The Ogdensburg Harbor Lighthouse, constructed in 1870, is the second to occupy this low rocky point where the Oswegatchie River joins the St. Lawrence River. The original lighthouse, which dated to 1834, was demolished in 1871. For about 25 years, Lighthouse Point was an island. Trees and shrubbery had died away as water washed away the soil and cut a channel between the lighthouse and the main shore. An early keeper was Samuel Penfield, who came in 1888 and died in 1914. Later keepers were James Gunn, who was there when electric lights were installed in the 1920s, and Harold Cook, who lived there until 1942, when the lighthouse was decommissioned. Not everyone was happy to see the old lighthouse torn down and the new one built in 1870. Some did not like the design of the new building. The Ogdensburg Journal in 1870 compared the new structure to the old lighthouse and announced the new lighthouse a most contemptible structure. Fortunately, the newer lighthouse is as endearing to the residents of today's Ogdensburg as the old one was to the residents of 1870. Later in 1900, the lighthouse's attached tower was raised to 63 feet to increase its visibility. It was decommissioned in the early 1960s. The lighthouse is now privately owned. The family of the current owner purchased the property at a government auction in 1964.
This was pretty well dilapidated. All the windows were broken, a lot of vandalism. There's a lot of maintenance with the place. I've renovated quite a bit of it, plumbing, wiring, heating, fixed up the structural part of it, made it livable year-round.
In 2011, the Coast Guard placed a light back in the tower, and it is once again a navigational beacon.
My mom and dad always wanted to have it to benefit the city and the surrounding areas for tourism, to help draw people into the community, and so I've tried to help out with that. Property is always open to people. We have weddings, people come down, take their pictures.
Now available on DVD or Blu-ray, the WPBS-TV production of New York Seaway Lighthouses, featuring the fascinating histories of over 20 different lighthouses along the shores of New York Seaway Trail. Order your copy today.
New York Seaway Lighthouses is sponsored by the Department of the Interior, National Park Service, and by Taste New York at the North Country Welcome Center overlooking the Thousand Islands Bridge.